Good morning. This is Reverend Pam Geagan from the Center for Spiritual Living Pleasant Valley in Camarillo, California. Welcome to the Lotus and the Lily meditations. And we're in our second week now. We're going into our second week. And so if you want to know more about the beginnings of these, because it is a process where we are making the soil rich for your manifestations to manifest, actually come to fruition at the end of like 30 days of these meditations. So we only have like 2 weeks left of them. And then we do a soul day. And it does involve soul writing and getting in touch with those that are in and through and all around you that you cannot see, that are guiding and providing them, welcoming them into your life to help you on your path. So as we begin, we want to begin today is we are concentrating on our magnificent self. There is no separation between God and humans. And we know that. We know that in all the metaphysical teachings, that God is I am. And to the degree I allow that divine within me to express as me is the amount of manifestation that you'll have in your outer world. From heaven above to in the head and heart, and then out into the body and the body of your affairs. So when Jesus talked about oneness, he's talking about that I am in and of myself, the divine. I am in God, God is in you, you are in God, we are all in each other. His most beautiful symbol for this in his teaching was found in the Bible in John 15. And what he says there is, I am the vine, you are the branches. Abide in me as I in you. Take care of the branches, and the vine and the body will take care of itself. So we're wrapping up and sifting through the sands of the past these last couple of weeks. That's what we were doing, and uncovering all the gifts buried there. We were looking at our past for the last couple of weeks, and we discovered the gifts of that our lives don't always come in beautifully wrapped packages. Sometimes they come in crumpled boxes without bows. And most of the time, the most important gifts do come in the guise of defeat, in a crumpled box, in the guise of defeat, rejection, loss, pain, or suffering. That crumpled box may be the window, however, to your soul as it peeks through to see the road that leads you to your soul's full, rich expression. And that's why we're doing these meditations, to reveal the authentic I am in all of it. Years ago, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who spent years in the Gulag in Russia, on his long imprisonment in the Siberian Gulag, wrote, "When I lay there rotting on prison straw, that is when I sensed within myself the first stirrings of good. Gradually, it was disclosed to me that the line separating good and evil passes not through states, nor between classes, nor between political parties either, but right through every human heart and then out to all human hearts. This line shifts inside of us. It oscillates with the years, and that is why I turn back to the years of my imprisonment and say sometimes to the astonishment of those around me, bless you, prison. I nursed my soul there, and I say without hesitation, bless you, prison, for having been in my life." Those words, bless you, prison, is not a man speaking. That's his absolute soul, down to the deepest part of himself, the deep beyond within, pushing a dark door open and experiencing and feeling the light and taking the first steps down a path that will inspire and did inspire millions. That's the appearance of the magnificent soul. It's when your higher self resonates with a higher expression of the soul. No matter what the circumstances, it is your God self, your divine self, showing up in yourself. And you know, I always tell the story of Jesus, who spoke Aramaic on the cross. If it's translated correctly, the Aramaic version of the Bible, he does not say, my God, on the cross, why have thou forsaken me? It is actually translated into, my God, this is my destiny, which means that he did all he could to awaken the world. And it's still in that process, that Christ consciousness, awakening the world to who we are, the love we are, the intelligence we are. So today we're just going to take one last moment, look back, and notice when your magnificent self, your noble self, showed up. Look at when your spirit first burst forth with the wisdom and the grace you didn't even know was within you. When was your heart so radiant that you thought you were floating? When were people magnetically attracted to you for no reason, just your presence? When were you at peace, not just still, but experiencing deep, vibrant peace that surpasses all understanding? And as we continue to nourish this soil, to absolutely put all the ingredients in the soil, the soul, we will be creating a playground that our magnificent self can show up on and play on in a big way every day. But know that your magnificent self has always been with you. Remember the times when the magnificent divine self tapped you on the shoulder and said, hello, beloved, I am here. I am always here for you. So now we're going to take this information, which is always a lot, and take it deep, deep, deep inside of ourselves. And we're just going to relax in with the Tibetan bowls behind us, taking us to that deeper level. I'm going to take us into that pink bubble. And you're going to walk up 5 stairs. And this huge pink bubble is welcoming you. So we'll make it 6 stairs in honor of Buzz Noe. And we walk up, and we're going to enter that bubble where your counsel awaits. And the reason it is pink is because it's the radiating love of the Christ out the beautiful emerald green chakra where the lotus and the lily sit in the heart space, combining heart and intelligence together. So just relaxing and seeing that bubble, seeing your counsel in that bubble waiting for you. Your angels, your guides, calling them in already, they're welcoming you to step forth like a diaphanous cellophane bubble into that bubble and sit at the table with them. And so going up the stairs, 1, excited to be with your counsel and your angels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now stepping in. And just like a bubble bursting, but it's wrapping around you, it doesn't burst. You're in this light, sitting at the table. And take a moment and ask, who is with you today? Who are your angels, your guides, your circle of friends, so wanting to work with you and so grateful you're allowing them to keep you aware? Helping you to reveal, pressing that option to be your authentic self. And so take these thoughts As you sit down and are welcomed so lovingly into this meditation, you are surrounded by love. You can write even right now if you want. Just let the pen on the paper do the writing, the spirit writing. Or you can write afterwards, remembering key words so the whole thought can flow afterwards onto paper and remind you every day of this journey and from whence you came, how you started and from whence you came. So the first question is do I think my magnificent self, my most noble self, is a divine self? You may even feel emotional about this. And your guides and angels have been saying, always you were the divine self. We're so grateful you're opening up to it. And now think of a time or sometimes your magnificent self has shown up for you beyond even your comprehension. Now here's a big one. If my higher magnificent self, my noble self, were always directing me, what would my life look like? And with the support of my counsel, my angels, those in the heaven world who will adore me and just want me to be the highest and best always, ask them and ask yourself, how can I attract more of that into my life? And I invite you to listen to those guides, those angels, that inner self that is always waiting, that always holds the high watch, knows the highest and best and what it will accomplish and how it will manifest in the highest ways in your life, and is waiting for you to catch up, so to speak, to open up, no matter how hard it seems and no matter how insecure you may be about taking those next steps, listening deeply and imagining what it would be like. There was no risks, no fear, assurance that all was unfolding perfectly no matter what, into that higher revelation of who you are, what would your life look like? Now, you just say thank you, thank you, thank you to this higher self or anyone else who sits at this beautiful table with you in this beautiful heart and mind protected bubble. Knowing that when you call upon your guides and angels in your circle of those who love you, they will always be there for you. The right energy, the right angels, the right guides at the right time. With the right information, answering the questions, revealing that highest answer for you. And bless them as they bless you. Knowing you can always call them in. Turn, walk away from the bubble, out of the bubble, as it closes and floats away, but stays in your heart and mind. Holding the rail, coming back into the room, walking down the 6 stairs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back in your chair, back in the room, fully present for the day. And here's your homework. Wherever you are, you have the opportunity to ask your guides and angels to show up and remind you the way that you can continue on your highest path. They are waiting for you. Use them and let them use you for that highest expression on this planet. When your magnificent self shows up, honor and celebrate it. Smile and bless it for showing up for you. And always remember to thank your magnificent, divine, wonderful soul self for revealing itself in and through and as you. Now I end with an affirmation. I'll say it twice. I am a spark of the divine. You can say this with me. I am a spark of the divine. And so it is. Namaste. Peace out. Have a blessed day. I love each and every one of you. Mwah! God is the only way, the only answer. And so it is. God as love. Love and God synonymous. See you tomorrow on the flip side.